Hey everybody, my name is Todd Cahill. I want to make this video specifically, and it's not public on YouTube, but if you're getting this, that means you can watch it. Whether I personally reach out to you or someone in my organization reach out to you, I just want to share my own view as a 24-year serial entrepreneur, best-selling author of the book You vs. You, The 12 Ways to Kick Your Own Ass and Win, and also being able to have made millions of dollars in my 2004 to 2019 career in the direct sales space and affiliate marketing space, and then moved over to the corporate affiliate side where I made hundreds of thousands, if not millions, in that space as well. I'm also an actor and a producer. We're producing movies and that are coming out in 2026. So very excited about all things that are happening, but my three core values, my three pillars, and I think a lot of you can relate to this, is the most important is growth. So anything that I do, anything I put my name behind, it has to grow me and it has to grow others. It has to be something that not just on a financial side or even just health side, but just as a spirituality or something that really you can feel good about, that resonates, that really actually helps society, okay? I don't want to do anything, I don't want to partner with anything that truly doesn't help society. When I look at what we're going to talk about today specifically is the second thing, which is health. The innovation of peptides is blowing up right now, and we're going to talk about that. And I'm actually going to, share my own experience about peptides through doctors, getting a prescription, why this is like the biggest thing in the world in the health and wellness space right now. And then the third is going to be wealth. I don't come from a very successful financial family. My parents had to file bankruptcy a few times growing up before I hit the age of 18. Ever since I turned 18, I had to basically fend for myself and pay for everything. I have 3 children, 2 teenagers now, 1 is in college. So I know the expense life out there. I know the expenses that we all have, especially if you're a family man, family woman, a mother, a father, parent. And life is very expensive. You hear all over the news, people can't even afford their groceries right now. You have a lot of layoffs, AI, the fear of AI. I know Amazon laid off 14,000 people recently. Paramount laid off 2,000. There's just a lot of negative news, if you want to call it, of corporate America laying people off. And these are major companies that are doing well, so it's not like they're doing really bad, but, AI is replacing some jobs, especially with Amazon. And I think we just have to be smarter. We have to be innovative ourselves, especially if you're watching this and you have the spirit of an entrepreneur. And I talk about that in my book, You vs. You. One of the battles is you versus your finances. And there's really 3 types of people. One is the spirit of entrepreneurship, someone that really understands that they can make money online. As long as there's Wi-Fi, they can make money. Second person is kind of entitled, right? It's like, well, I've worked here so long. How dare they fire me? I'll never get fired. I put in so much work, and that person tends to get fired because they're entitled. So we're not really looking for that person. And the third one is, I think, the worst person is they have a spirit of poverty. I can't afford it. I can't afford this. They'll always think about it, but they're never going to take action. So if you have a spirit of entrepreneurship, then this video is for you. And I just want to share, for me, I've positioned myself in 3 major companies between the year of 2004 to 2019 where I did do very, very well. I hit the very top position. I made millions of dollars per company. I've been recognized by those companies. It's all, on Google it's all public. Okay. So it's not like something I'm just making up. But then I got sick of the industry. Okay. I got sick of the health and wellness space because in network marketing or direct sales, if you can get it on Amazon, if I can buy this on Amazon, if I can, buy something on Amazon, especially even a book, cheaper than Barnes & Noble, well, I'm just going to get it on Amazon. I think we all understand, even if your friends and family are selling supplements or shakes or something like that, listen, at the end of the day, you're not going to pay double the price just because you're friends with that person. You're going to be like, listen, I love you, but I can get the same exact product on Amazon for half the price or 30% off or 20%, whatever it is. So that's why I walked away from the supplement side of it in 2019, never to do it again, which I won't. Now, do I take supplements? Of course. Do I, appreciate them? Yes. But the fact of the matter is Amazon is always going to be the winner when it comes to supplements. So when I saw that there was a telehealth service company about a year ago that just started in August of 2024, where I can go on my friend's website, I can order GLP-1 trizepatide, and it can be delivered right to my doorstep. It has the RX prescription from one of the top pharmacies, compounding pharmacies in the United States of America. and I get it right at my doorstep. And I live in a kind of resort in South Tampa, so it's kind of, just the fact that I don't have to go downstairs, it comes right to my doorstep in a cooler. And then here I have, what is this? This is glutathione, so it's a great combo with the GLP-1, right? So these are what's called injections. So I'm not taking this in my mouth orally. This is something I'm putting in my abdominal wall, injecting it. And as I do this video, I weighed in today at 213 pounds. But when I first started to take the GLP-1 and glutathione, I was 240 pounds. So I had a lot of inflammation. I'm 6'6". I know you can't tell because I'm sitting, but if I stood up or if we met in person, I'm pretty tall. I'm the size of Michael Jordan, I guess. And that's kind of my claim to fame because he was my hero growing up. But yeah, I'm pretty tall. And to be leaned out at 44, about to be 45 by the end of this year, to have a six pack again, to go from 2 workouts a day last year, barely seeing results, even though I was eating clean, to 1 workout a day, doing 1 injection of this a week and 2 injections of this a week as well. And then I also want NAD plus and some of the other stuff, the protein, the GLP support, you got to get on enough protein to do this, especially if I'm 213 pounds. That means I need to be 0.08 grams or 1 gram of protein per, let's say 213 or 200 pounds. I'm doing all that. So I got involved in this community of ELLIEMD. And the other thing that I saw, the biggest thing about me is growth. Can I grow a business here? Can I grow as a person, spiritually, ethically, morally, emotionally? The answer is absolutely yes with this particular company. And also on the wealth side, can I make passive income? In fact, I don't even like the word passive. I like residual. Can I actually make residual income? And here's what we found. When somebody gets trizepatide, and again, this is the entrepreneurial side of me too, this is really going to help. I mean, research has been done. Some of the biggest names in the world, like Peter Attia, Dr. Huberman from Huberman Labs, the Gary Breckos, they are really endorsing GLP-1s. And I don't particularly endorse the oral at all. Like some of these stuff, you could do a GLP-1 in a powder form. I think a lot of that's all a scam. If someone's actually saying, hey, drink a peptide or drink this, they're just trying to make money off you. I think the same thing with Whole Foods and Sprouts. When I go in there and I see whey protein with peptides, whey protein with collagen, listen, you have to really inject collagen. You can't really just digest collagen. And if you do, you might see a 10, maybe 20% result, but you can see 100% results with an injection. The only reason they do oral at our company is only because someone might be deathly afraid of needles. Now, what I found, it's only 4 inches, it's easy, 45 degrees, it actually is fun. I'm like, knowing that I'm injecting a great thing into my bloodstream that actually is giving me incredible results. But I wanted to share, if you're new to the peptide space, listen, the global GLP-1 receptor agonist market is about $53.5 billion in 2024. We're already in 2025. This is straight off ChatGPT or Google. They're is projected to reach almost $157 billion by 2030. So just less than 5 years from now, it's going to go from 53 to 157. Okay, and this is just in the United States of America, because that's where our company ELLIEMD was founded, and we're only in America, 50 states. Okay, we have all of our peptides in all 50 states, which is great. At that pace, the global GLP-1 market could add tens of billions of dollars of sales over just the next 12 to 24 months. That's massive. So it's a 5-year kind of vision. This is something, JP Morgan, obviously you guys know JP Morgan Chase, but GLP-1 market, 100 billion, they're predicting by 2030. So it's a little bit more conservative there. Listen, even if it grows 50 billion between what it is at this very moment in 2025, as I record this in November, to even 5 years from now, 50 billion, you can get a piece of that market. So not only can you start losing weight, feeling healthier, we have over 12 or 15 now peptides, the Wolverine stack, BPC 157, TB 500. We have collagen peptides, copper peptides. So we have 4 categories. So the first category is going to be the GLP-1 weight management. It's not the microdose. It's the full-on 50, 60, 70 units, 28 BMI. You're basically overweight. So 70+% of Americans are overweight. 43% of Americans are obese. So that's going to be the opening kind of conversation for a customer. Every time a person gets this, so if I sign up a customer, just like you would if you're interested, that they're going to get 3 months worth. So right here, you could say first month. So I got 3 of these up front. I don't have to pay up front. The cost that Ellie has is $379, which if you look at a Mounjaro or Ozempic, we're talking, you know, $1,200 to $1,500 a month for something like this, okay? And a lot of insurance is not covering it anymore. In fact, by the end of this year, pretty much no health insurance is going to cover a GLP-1 unless you're a type 2 diabetic. Unless you're literally a diabetic, none of it's going to be covered. So we have a lot of pissed off people in America, which is good for us in business because, listen, they can get it a lot cheaper. They don't have to pay up front. They can pay $379 a month for 3 months, but they're getting all 3 vials 90 days up front, put it in the refrigerator, you start using it. So think about the stickiness of this as an entrepreneur. So if someone like myself, I use it, I go from 240 to 213 in 90 days. I mean, people are complimenting me. I'm feeling better. The inflammation's gone. I'm seeing my stomach again. Six pack is there. I'm working out less. There's no way that I'm ever going to get off this. Now, I might go down to a microdose, so it's going to be a lot less dosage to keep that going. Now, there's so many other benefits in a GLP-1 that's not just weight management. I don't have time to get into that right now. You can just Google it or ChatGPT it, but it's amazing. And the person that actually invited you, they have a website that you can go through their website with Ellie, and this is the same website that you're going to have as well. Same with glutathione. So this is going to be in the longevity category. So again, weight management. The second is longevity. The third is actual sexual peptides. They just call it Sex Plus. So it's like, you have actual peptides for, better libido, all that stuff as well. And then the fourth is going to be skincare. We have a night cream. And I made millions of dollars selling a night cream that was not prescription-based. Ours is a prescription-based with a dermatologist. You don't have to pay any doctor visits or anything. Everything is included. And you also don't have to pay for like shipping and handling. So it comes right to your doorstep. And at these prices, it's very competitive. So here's the deal. So why would you choose ELLIEMD trizepatide over an Ozempic or even something that's a research grade? So research grade legally in America, they have to put a label that says not consumable for humans or not for human consumption. So I never would trust a research grade. It might be even cheaper than $379 or semaglutide is $289 with ELLIEMD per month. But this is a compounding pharmacy. It actually has the pharmacy name right there, compounding pharmacy 503A. Now they're constantly tested for clarity, 100% purity, okay? So when I get this, it's 100% pure. There's no purple dye in it that could cause cancer like Ozempic. There's none of this crap that you don't know about that you're injecting yourself in. And that is proven. You can do your research, 503A. It's absolutely amazing. So that's what separates us. And now they just announced with our company, we now work with one pharmacy for all, and we're at arm's length. We don't own our own pharmacy, but we have a contract solely with a pharmacy that's 503A now moving forward for the whole United States of America. That separates us from the masses. And that's exciting. Now, on a business stand front, you might have heard of some of our competitors like Roe or Hims and Hers, and it's going to be a lot more expensive. It's going to be more oral they promote, which again, to me, it's a scam because like if I'm digesting a peptide, there's no way it's going to get the receptors. There's no way it's going to have those signals that it needs. And that's all a peptide is a signaling in the body. It's like, it kind of connects the waves of like, okay, I got to reduce the insulin. I got to lose weight. I got whatever it is. It signals the body of what the issue is. So you can't signal the body through the digestive system. You just can't. So again, do your own research. Don't even take it from me. But the cool thing about ELLIEMD is we have all of our educational calls every single week with our founder, with doctors, and you learn so much on Thursdays and you can get the replays. I mean, I work with doctors and celebrities and influencers and nurse practitioners and people that really want to earn residual income, but they're referring their patients to us anyway because they don't want to deal with all the legalities. They don't want to deal with even the Q&As. So when someone that you sign up, again, gets trizepatide for 3 months of GLP-1, they're not going to want to cancel, but they don't have to ask you questions because of HIPAA law. Everything is private. And you're getting paid every month for 3 months a commission on just one person. Now, when they get on the educational series, they're learning more. Now they're going to also, let's get on glutathione, or they're going to get on NAD+. So now they're getting on more stuff. So the stickiness of the residual income, and that's how you build wealth. Finding something in the marketplace that the masses want. We're at 2% market penetration right now. 4% of Americans right now are on GLP-1. So actually we're at 4% market penetration already. So if you read the book Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell, he talks about anytime a market hits 2% market penetration, in 5 to 7 years, it goes over 52%. So if we're already at 4% market penetration right now in the United States of America, which is true because I'm reading it right here, 4% of Americans as of 2024, are already on a GLP-1 weight loss or type 2 diabetes. That's where it came out with type 2 diabetes. Use is up nearly 600% in 6 years in weight loss alone. So weight loss is just one of the challenges that America faced. We're living in one of the biggest obese countries, out of shape countries in the world. But that's just one, that's the gateway, okay? Because again, 70% of Americans are overweight, 43% are obese, okay? Obese is well over 20, 30 pounds or more on what they should weigh. So then you also introduce the other longevity peptides. So this company, ELLIEMD, the reason I'm positioning myself is everything I just said. On the business stand front, I don't look at it as an MLM at all. It's not. It's a very corporate, affiliate, marketing, etc. But you can make up to 5 levels deep instead of 2. So a corporate affiliate program like Amazon, you get paid 2 levels deep, right? Lululemon, Tesla, 2 levels deep. But for us, you can get paid up to 5 levels deep once you hit executive director. And there's a multi-level compensation plan, which I love that. Because I've always been a guy that can get people in, and then they get people in, and they get people in, and I want to get paid on 2, 3, 4, 5 levels deep instead of just 2 levels deep, and then I'm cut off. So I love that about the compensation plan, but this is very corporate. This is very something that's innovative and something that everyone wants right now in the United States of America. So if you're watching this, you're watching this whole thing and you're resonating with me, I would just say, okay, get yourself on some yourself. Like what is your health goals? Because that's how you're going to grow. That's you're going to get more energy depending on your age, where you're at in life right now. You can see me, or you can see the person that invited you to watch this quick video. But then if you have an entrepreneurial spirit, you're like, well, I want a piece of that market. I want a piece of the 50 to 100 billion market that's going to grow, not even just what it is now, but how it's going to grow 50 to 100 billion in growth, because I'm all about growth as my main focus in life, growing myself, growing my spirituality, growing my body, growing my being a father, just everything I want to grow. I choose to grow, not to decline. Even though we're aging, I want to be better today than I was yesterday. I want to be better 5 years from now than I was today. Okay, that is literally the you versus you ecosystem of winning the battle between the 6 inches between your ears, right? And that's what my book is, and winning the 12 battles that we face. And one of them is your health. One of them is your relationships. One of them is your finances. So with that said, hopefully you guys are resonating with me. Hopefully you understand, well, listen, there is no competition with what we do because we have a multi-tier compensation plan. No one else has that. No one else is paying up to 40% commissions, even if you don't even get a brand partner. So you can go and sign up $100,000, do $100,000 a month in volume, just getting customers, and you're making 40 grand a month take home because you're making up to 40% commission. That's unheard of. Then on top of that, you could build an organization of affiliates. You get paid up to 5 levels deep. On top of that, there's lifestyle bonuses, a bunch of other different bonuses, and then generational bonuses, unlimited, even 40, 50 levels deep once you start helping people go to the senior manager position. So with that said, there's so much to chat about. There's so much to talk about, but I just want to come on here. You're a part of my network, or you are invited by someone in my network, so to speak, and you're just like, listen, this is exciting. I'm looking at my finances right now. So if I'm you, maybe you're thinking this, I'm looking at my finances. I'm not liking it. I don't have cash flow coming in, whether I work or not. I have to work a job, or I want to do something, but I don't know how to create a website. I don't know how to do funnels. I don't know how to do marketing campaigns. That is so foreign to me. Maybe you want to write a book. Maybe you want to go into personal branding. Well, here's the deal. I'm doing all that and have done all that, but what I love about this company, ELLIEMD, is the fact that everything is turnkey. It's all done for you. So for $79, you're getting started. There's a $5 a month tech fee. That's it. It's a one-time $79 fee. You pay it. You get on the peptides of your choice, and you're good to go. And now you can see how they come to your house and up to 10 business days or less. Mine come usually 3 to 4 business days. And you can be like wowed by that. You can start getting on the Zooms, get trained by me. We have our own private WhatsApp group. And you're really getting that growth as a leader, how to develop leaders, how to make money, how to invest, getting cash flow, what peptides are. You're going to learn more about peptides and health than you've ever learned in your lifetime. And it's so cool because only 4%, but that's a huge number. 4% of Americans are already on this. But what happens next year, the year after, when 10%, 20%, you're on a wave right now. Literally the wave is coming. It hasn't come officially, but it's like you can see it coming. You want to get on that and just go all and ride that wave. That's what market penetration is all about, that Malcolm Gladwell was talking about. You don't want to wait. Remember, Blackberries were everything a few years ago, and then all of a sudden the iPhone came out. People were making fun of the iPhone. Well, where is BlackBerry right now? It's completely gone, decimated, bankrupt. Everyone was joking about, oh, who would ever get an iPhone? Okay, now everyone has either an iPhone or a Galaxy or an Android, okay? So again, and that could change. I mean, I heard Tesla's coming out with a phone. So that doesn't mean Apple's safe. You know, they're a multi-trillion-dollar company, but hey, you never know what Tesla's going to do and what they're going to create with a new phone. So you want to look at the marketplace right now. It's not about supplements anymore. It's not about going to your local grocery store and buying GLP-1 powder. That's a waste of your money. It's not about drinking peptides. That is a waste. Well, Ton, it's a little cheaper. Okay, well, do you want results? Do you want real, actual results? Where I was always working out and I still couldn't lose my inflammation or that pounds, but as soon as I started adding this once a week, boom, I go from 240 to 213, like that, okay, in 90 days. So we're the only company that does microdosing as well, where you can already be in shape, maybe want to lose 5 pounds, well, we can get you in a microdose of the GLP-1 along with a combo like glutathione, NAD+, the Wolverine stack, or whatever. We got Joe Rogan, Dr. Huberman, Peter Attia, like all these major influencers, doctors and stuff, really promoting this for free for us. So we're literally can just share, hey, this is what he's saying, this is what she's saying. I've never seen a marketplace right now so prime for what we're doing. So get back with the person that invited you, or get back with me if I personally invited you, and let's get you started. Let's have a conversation. Let's set up a Zoom. Obviously, there's a lot more details that I can go through. I talk fast. I try to get into as much as I possibly can in 20 minutes, but I'm excited for you. I'm excited to really partner with you and get you rolling here with ELLIEMD.